Welcome to the Desert OnDeck podcast with your hosts, Santi'd and Zaydar.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Desert on Deck. The World Baseball Classic has officially finished, and wow, what a spectacle they really gave us. That was quite a show. It was great to see, and here we are to bring you the best of it, all the highlights, all the lowlights, and what exactly happened during it. So, without further ado, I am Zaydar, and here with Santi'd, and let's get this show on the road. All right, Santi'd, what do you got on the World Baseball Classic?
I've got a lot to say. Number one, I really think Italy had a great fairy tale run. I never expected them to get anywhere close to the semis, right? They had a really good. They were a really exciting team, but they weren't very exciting to me because I put a dare up that said they made the finals. I would buy a Padres jersey. So it actually kind of distracted me from cheering them on and hoping that they would win. I was actually hoping for them to lose. Now that everything's all said and done, I think those Italians, they come back with that same group of people, yeah, and maybe put on some more. They definitely have something to go work with. Canada, always just kind of just Canada's not really always in contention most of the times in the World Baseball Classic. I mean, they'll get out pool play, but they never quite advance past that. And then of course Puerto Rico could have used more people on their team, and then of course Korea. They could have used a couple more. No, I mean I don't know. Ryu really put in his heart, and we do here at Desert on Deck. Ryu is a friend of ours, former friend of ours, of course, former LA Dodger. And we wish him the best on his retirement from the Korea national team. I don't know if it's from baseball in general, but I know he's not going to be pitching for Korea anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, we wish him all the best. And I know Puerto Rico was extremely sore about the whole insurance problem because I believe they actually requested to withdraw from the tournament before they realized that they at least have some prospects that are decent. So, they put up a fight, and in the end, they just couldn't hold on, and insurance really killed them. But it was really fun to watch. We had an ultimate champion in Venezuela. Of course, they took it all. They had to beat both the champions from the last tournament in Japan and the previous tournament in the USA. And they pretty much proved that they deserve to be here, and they earned every win. It was really enjoyable to watch, and that's all I have for now to start. What was your favorite team to watch? Other than like Italy, the ones that you
Um,
didn't bet on.
Dominican Republic. They were such a fun team.
That
Um,
squad was unstoppable, almost unstoppable.
uh, I found it really shocking that they couldn't score that much. Paul Skeens, of course, amazing pitcher. Um, if he keeps get on this fat track that he's on, he could easily be a Hall of Famer. But even the Dominican Republic, they had opportunities. Even once they ran Skeens out of the game, but after Skeens had done enough damage to them and pitched great, amazing pitching. But of course, they couldn't score, and they had many opportunities of them having runners in scoring position or just runners on base, and they just wouldn't be able to just get the job done. And I think that's what really shocked me, because besides that, they were a really fun team. They were hitting homers all over the place, Dominican Papi, it was a fun team, but like USA just shut them down, and that kind of made me sad because I kind of want to balance well. Venezuela versus Dominican Republic final.
Yeah, and I think it really says something about the DR team and how powerful they were in the fact that it took literal Paul Skeens to stop them. You know, that shows you how strong they were. And honestly, it was cool to watch. You got to see, like, of course, the big names, Fernando Tatis Jr., even though there's a Padre, Manny Machado, J. Rod, Juan Soto. But the one home run they scored was from Junior Caminero, I know if you're like any kind of a major baseball fan, you know who that is. But for you smaller fans out there, he's on the Rays, and last year, at the age of like 21, he hit 45 bombs. So the fact that he was the only one to hit a home run, or to really score any run for the Dominican Republic that game, shows you that like we really have talent all over the place, and it's not just the big name superstars, but it's the up and comers, and that's what I love about the Classic is it gives you a chance to really see what we got, you know.
Oh yeah, stud. What a stud Junior Cabanero is. My lord, like, and that ball he hit was like a no doubter. My God, he had great. But Paul Skeens shut him down, and they got him down. Then the semifinals, Venezuela came in shot. I was not expecting them to make I was expecting them to make it out pool play, but I never expected them to like actually win the tournament. They were a good team, right? They were a good team, but I just thought they didn't have quite enough to win. And of course, they won. They beat Japan. How did you feel about that? That they beat the reigning champ Japan?
For some reason, I like to see diversity when it comes to international play in the Classic and stuff. But I remember sitting and watching that Japan and Venezuela game being on the edge of my seat. I mean, the lead exchanged so many times. And yeah, dude, how much better can you get than Tani and Acuna going head to head, hit for hit, matching it? That was, oh my gosh, that was so fun to watch. I was on the edge of my seat. So when Venezuela took it, I'm like, you know what? They earned that. And they have never won a Classic before, so they've earned this opportunity to go and try it. And so, of course, they would go on to do that. But when they beat Japan, that was like sealed the deal on this team for me, is that they were legit. They weren't just messing around here, you know?
Yes, and of course, beating Japan is no easy feat. I mean, they may not have as good of a squad as they did in 23, but it's still a really good squad. Bullpen really lost that game for them. Because the hitters were still very much hitting. They just couldn't. The deficit was too big, and they started rallying a little bit too late. And I think Japan next time we have a Classic, God only hopes that the time will fly by and we will have another Classic soon. Hopefully, they have a better squad, but Venezuela obviously they went on the run, and then it leads us to our finals. And now we can talk about a team that we never have. We've been kind of dancing around them this whole episode. Team USA. We've been kind of dancing around it.
Team USA, America's finest, losing to Venezuela. That was kind of, well, I don't want to say heartbreaking, but it was interesting to watch. So many superstars, guys like Aaron Judge, and stars like Preacher Armstrong. They are some of the greatest hitters on the planet. So it was very weird watching them come up short. You kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if you paid attention to these players, some of these players are sometimes very clutch. There is someone that is on this team that is as clutch as me going up to the bat with a pool table. We have to talk about Aaron Judge. Captain America. 2-11 in elimination games. You cannot make this up. How can you get Captain America? How could you get the claim of being Captain America and that you're going to lead the greatest USA team in the whole... You're the captain. You get the cover of MLB, the goddamn show. And what do you do in elimination games? You go 2-11. He looked lost out there. What was he doing? He looked like he could have had a better chance if he was bunting the ball with his hands to get on base. My God. Now, defensively, he made some pretty good defensive plays. I'll give him that, right? Yeah, he has a heck of an arm, right? But offensively, he was gone. And I think that's just a lot with the Team USA offense. You remember Cal Riley? What happened to him? Big dumper. Where was he? He got benched the last 2 games.
A single hit in the entire World Baseball Classic. Him and Byron Buxton. So yeah, and I think we were still with Aaron Judge. It was like flashbacks of the 2024 postseason. You remember that? He hit the 1 home run against the Dodgers way later.
Well, yeah.
That
Yeah.
would do anything for the Yankees. You know?
Yeah.
And I think one thing they say is that pitchers get more ready than the hitters do, right? So they're saying for the pitchers, they're almost like their stuff's already working, but players haven't only got like 2 weeks of spring training to get ready for this, so they're still getting used to it. But I think when you are Aaron Judge, if your name is Aaron Judge, you should be ready in some capacity. And while I'm not gonna blame him, I mean, just it was hard to watch a player of that caliber struggle the way he did. And yeah, that really was the downfall of the U.S. The same way it was with Mike Trout being the captain the other year, last Classic. He was barely hitting the entire Classic, and I think that's what killed us. So I think what we need is, I don't know, a captain who hits the ball. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think there was something off with this Team USA team. I felt like Italy, them almost being eliminated. I felt like them losing to Italy really changed something about the team. Because you definitely felt a vibe switch happen after that. Even after they won against the Dominican Republic, even then, kind of iffy because they had some calls go their way very much. The last strike 3 call to end the game for the Dominican Republic was easily a strike. Now I know, Will Smith, you know, hey, he's a great catcher, right? But my God, even a blind person could tell that ball was like a ball, and I don't just Mark DeRosa. A lot of people want to blame him, right, for the downfall of this Team USA team. I really don't. I really can't blame him. I don't think it's right to blame him. I think he was. Um, I think he had. Of course, I will blame him for the Italy game, right? Even if he missaid his words by saying that they thought that they already were in, they already had advanced. I feel like that, and the fact that you celebrated like it was, well, according to what I've heard, that they were partying post game after the Mexico game. I think you should never ever say it's over till it's over, and I feel like a little bit of responsibility has to go on him for that. But I feel like a lot of other things have to go to the teams, and I think the teams something needs to change with the teams and their involvement and how players are using this classic, and it needs to happen now because many players, like Mason Miller, should have been out there in the ninth to try and keep the game close. But of course, they went with who was it?
Garrett Whitlock. It was Garrett Whitlock.
Yeah, it was Garrett.
Venezuela.
Yeah, Garrett Whitlock, and he gave up. Obviously, he gave up the double, the RBI double, and the base hit and the run that would cause the USA team to lose the World Baseball Classic. Now, of course, knowing now, couldn't put out Mason Miller due to team orders. Team said you can only use him in save opportunities, and obviously, I feel like that really screwed over the Team USA. But obviously, you can live in so much of the past, and you can look at the failures of Team USA. And if you're a fan of Team USA, and I guess we're both kind of Team USA fans, right? I was rooting for Mexico mostly, but well, of course we're American here, so of course we would want America to have some success, right?
Exactly. And, you know, as they announced the rosters for this competition, I just remember thinking, like, holy cow, this is going to be, we're unstoppable. And yeah, exactly what you said. I do wonder if that was their mindset too, and that's what caused them to collapse, right?
Yes. Well,
Because if you're going 162-0 in any capacity, that always is gonna kill you in some way.
yeah, I feel like they might have been thinking because the pool they were in was not an easy pool. They had Italy, and Italy was kind of an underdog at the beginning. No one really thought of Italy as going far. I don't think we even thought about Italy going far. Of course, pretty good team on paper. Mexico's always gonna be up there, right? Except this year. And
Great Britain's always gonna have Dodger legend Trace Thompson.
and and Yankees all-time great defensive second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And then they have Brazil. I guess they're there. But
Yeah, but Brazil's grow. They'll grow up eventually.
yeah, they're gonna go out. They have some nice young people on there. Hopefully they can develop into something. But Team USA, I feel like they got their egos boosted by them smacking around and Great Britain and what is it, Brazil? God, so
Yeah,
team
Brazil.
team so forgettable. I forgot their damn country. I feel like and we saw that first because they was getting. Remember, they was down. They were down. Great Britain was beating them at one point during the Great Britain game. Derek Screwball got smacked. He got his chain snatched on the first pitch he threw. Let's remember that. I feel like we don't really remember that, but yeah, that happened. Like Derek Screwball. Do you even remember Screwball? What's Screwball's highlights in the World Baseball Classic? He really didn't do anything. He went home immediately after the game. I think I don't know if we gotta like tell the teams or the players, try and get them more invested into this. Because obviously to me, in my opinion, and I feel like this might be controversial, but I don't think the Team USA players cared that much. Now sure, maybe they were going on. I would think Schwarber. I think Schwarber cared. Did you saw it when he was getting a silver medal? He took it off immediately, right? But people like Kershaw and Screwball didn't care. Didn't care. Judge, I don't think he cared either. I don't care if he said that this is like as big as the World Series. He don't care. Didn't care. I feel like these players need to care more. I think these players need to take this seriously and not think it as an exhibition. Because when Venezuela won, there were tears being men were crying tears of joy for winning this tournament. And I think people need to take it seriously. And I think, especially for next year, they have to fix the issues that caused this World Baseball Classic, some delays in this. I think that's what needs to happen. What do you think?
I think the same thing. And, teams, like the actual teams themselves, I know for a fact that they do not care at all. They're focused on themselves. I believe it was the closer for Team Venezuela, Daniel Palencia. The Cubs called Venezuela and said, do not let him pitch. And they had to negotiate that it'd be a safe situation because the teams are so set. Like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that they're getting, right? Kyle Schwarber understood that.
Yes.
He sees that. It's like, yeah, this is the one time I'm going to be able to represent my country, unless, of course, they get into the Olympics in a couple of years. That'd be kind of epic, a mini World Baseball Classic.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
The teams are looking out for themselves, and the players, some of them understand baseball. I mean, it is a business, but some of them see it exactly like that. They have that kind of Anthony Rendon mindset where it's just, oh, we're playing and we get to represent our country, not we are representing our country. They don't really feel the same thing. That, like you said, when Venezuela won, we saw real men cry. They understood exactly well that was a stake for their country. So, I think we need to have a conversation with some of these teams and find players who not only want it, but are going to do whatever it takes to win it if USA wants to make a comeback.
Yes. I think overall, congratulations to Venezuela. They had such, they were so electric that whole final. And of course, that them getting the job done and them celebrating on the field warmed my heart. I really did think Team USA needs to be better next World Baseball Classic. I feel like this is way more like this should be if you are on Team USA and you have to be like upset about this. Like even if you like think it's an exhibition, you're just there. You have to be upset. You cut. You were hyped up to be the greatest team to ever grace this tournament, and it's, like 20 years of us doing it, right? You were the greatest team, and you lost. Now, sure, you made it to the finals, but you almost got eliminated in pool play. I think USA is gonna need a heck of a lot more star power, and they just need people that they need more care into this because, in my opinion, I don't think they cared, and I think a lot of teams out there didn't care about this, right? You cannot tell me Great Britain and Brazil cared with the way they were playing. Now, sure, Taiwan cared the way they were playing. They were having a good. Czech Republic, I think they cared. Australia?
Czech Republic's loving it.
Yeah.
Australia's something else, man.
Australia, man. That would have been crazy if they made that pool play. Canada?
Australia.
Yeah. Oh my
Anybody's
god.
getting it.
Dominican Republic cared. Puerto Rico cared. People,
We know
like,
those guys love it.
Mexico, as a Mexico fan, I thought they didn't care with the way they played. But I think they do. There's a little bit of care in there, but not a lot of care. But especially with the way they played. And I think we gotta motivate the star players to care a little bit more, you know? You see what I'm trying to get here?
Yeah, I see what you're getting.
Yeah.
They're playing it like it's. I get that it's in spring training, but it's not spring training. Because they're gotta like understand they're repping a full country on their back. Right?
Yeah.
They're
Man, that's
still
just
getting geared up for the season. I would have liked to see USA save Terry Scuball the entire friggin' tournament to use him in the final alone.
Yeah.
Instead of pitching against Great Britain, I don't know why he's pitching against Great Britain. Save him for the final. You know, you could have anybody pitch against Great Britain.
Yeah. And especially, I didn't mind when they had him pitch one game, right? Because, once again, the World Baseball Classic's only 7 games. So it's only 7 games, right? But I think people were justifiably mad that they chose Great Britain. And obviously, they threw Norland McLean out there. No disrespect to Norland McLean, but all the disrespect to him because he's not up there with Logan Webb, Paul Skeens, and Tarek Screwball who were pitching.
And he's not even a rookie yet. This coming year is his rookie season, so that's a lot to throw on him.
Yeah, and I think in the Venezuela game, he did pretty decent. Did pretty decent, right? I think he did pretty decent for the situation he was given.
Not bad.
Not bad. And hey, he you know what? Bryce Harper had his back. Bryce Harper, future Met right there, because he helped the Met out. I know Philly fans are gonna hate that, but
Watch back in Philadelphia.
oh yeah, but like, you can't, yeah. So
Yeah.
congratulations, Venezuela. Y'all had a jolly time. Congratulations on beating Japan. Congratulations on beating Italy. And sure as hell, congratulations on winning the World Baseball Classic. That's a huge deal, man. I hope Venezuelans out there, you enjoy this, because, my God, I cannot imagine how much feel for you guys. And, of course, if you are a fan of any other country, you just wait till next year. Or not next year. Wait, like 3 years. When we get our next World Baseball Classic. And
The next Venezuela might have another underdog come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
yeah, it could, hopefully it'll be Mexico the next time. But now that we've talked all about stuff about the World Baseball Classic, we can finally focus our eyes on spring training again. It's been a little bit neglected. I mean, who's really been watching spring training while this has been happening? Recently, guess who got on the mound? Today actually, yeah. Guess who got on the mound?
Oh yeah, this is an exciting one. I've been waiting all spring to hear this. Go ahead and announce it.
Uh-oh. It was Shohei Ohtani. He went on the mound, and he had a hell of a outing. He went 4 innings. I was shocked they made him go 4 innings. I thought they were going to make him, do 2. Maybe
Yeah,
1.
they might have ran him out there, and they immediately stretched him out.
Oh, man, yeah. You know what? Fair enough. And something I found interesting is that they had him they didn't have him DH. They only had him pitch. And from what I heard, they might have him do that. So people keep an eye on that. So other teams are gonna be happy that they don't have to face Shohei, but they're also gonna be a little bit upset because they're gonna have to face Shohei, but just on a different thing.
Different way.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Shohei went 1 hit and he gave up 2 walks and no runs were given up. Very, very good from him.
Yeah. It's a good sign of the future.
Yeah, that's really the big news out of spring training. A lot of roster cuts are happening as we get closer and closer. Because guess what next week is?
Opening day.
Oh man, I'm so excited. We will be obviously covering all that on next week's episode. And my God, it's gonna be awesome. Oh my God, it's the greatest. It's like one of the greatest days. It's like the greatest day in baseball, right? Opening day, you just know it. The vibes are up, and it's gonna be a good time, right? And it opens up on Netflix. You got Netflix, Zaydar? Do you have Netflix? You gonna be tuning
I
in?
believe we got Netflix.
Oh,
We used it in a while because it's been the off season, but
Yeah.
guess we're gonna have to use it again.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to boot up the old Netflix box, and I'm gonna have to watch the Giants versus the damn the Yankees.
Who does a Dodger fan cheer for in a Giants-Yankees game?
We root for both teams to lose. We root for it to go to like 18 innings so that both batters or
They just
pitchers.
they forfeit?
Yeah, it's forfeit. Like they have to delay the game. Of course, if you want to watch some baseball, keep an eye out because opening day, from what I know, there's gonna be, of course, opening night is the Giants versus the Yankees. That will be on Netflix, so go stream that. And then the 2 games that will be on NBC NBC, they're back. Yes,
NBC.
yes,
I thought
sir.
they only play football games.
Yeah,
I guess they got baseball under the belt now.
they got baseball, basketball, NFL. Oh my God, it's gonna be a good time to watch. To watch a lot of stuff on NBC. There's gonna a lot of stuff to watch, a lot of sports. I like that about NBC. They've been getting a lot of sports. I feel like they're trying to rebuild the sports little empire. I think they're doing a good job. Yeah, I think they should get hockey back.
Ooh, they got hockey. That'd be fire.
Oh yeah, and then because they already got NASCAR, right? They already got NASCAR.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could do that. Yeah, 100%. Just get out of the American Motorsports. Maybe get some MLS once they get out of that Apple TV deal. But off track. So Pirates and Mets are going to be facing off, of course. Not what a shock. And the Diamondbacks will be facing the defending back-to-back World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Those 2 games will be on NBC, and of course the Yankees Giants will be on Netflix. Those are the 3 games that are going to be shown to everyone. Everyone going to get their eyes on those. And of course every single one of the other games you're going to have to watch on like the local team network. Speaking of local team networks, the Angels actually they actually bought I think they run FanDuel Sports West.
Left of it, and they booted up their own channel now.
Yeah.
It's the same channel, but they own it now, so they're gonna get all the revenue from ads.
Oh yeah.
So maybe they can have some of that money they're getting from the ads and spend it on free agency.
Oh yeah, you're acting like, but like, why would they spend it on free agency when they could spend it on the on like concessions and stuff and making us feel very safe. Oh, by the way, y'all, we might be trying to go to an Angels game. I mean they're very affordable, and of course me and Zaydar we want to be very safe. So of course we want to go to an Angels game because we just want to be really safe.
Yeah, it should be
Good to be safe. You know?
Experience. We'll keep track of all the security stuff they're gonna have just for us.
Yeah, just for us. Yeah, they're gonna roll out the red carpet for us because we might be the only people at the game. Roll out the red carpet for us, and it's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. that would be really fun.
Yeah. All right, so
Just
I think we've basically talked all the talk with baseball, right? I really cannot think of anything else.
I think we have covered all we have to cover this week.
Yes. So let me think. Dodgers sold the naming rights to the field to a Japanese
For real?
fashion brand. Yeah. They're going to announce it on the 25th. From what I've seen, they're going to make a big announcement with that brand, and we already know what it is. It's going to be called. I forgot the name of the brand. It's gonna be like fashion brand field at Dodger Stadium. So, at least it shouldn't be. They shouldn't rename the stadium away from Dodger Stadium. It's just gonna have a different name. And even if they, even if they renamed it, we are not calling it whatever they're calling it. It's still gonna be Dodger Stadium.
Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, easy.
Forever and ever.
Yeah, it's like how we call a crypto Staples Center. If you call if you call Staples Center anything that isn't Staples, like, come on, what are you doing? Like, come on, lock in.
Yeah.
All right,
It's the Staples Center.
yes. Okay, so let's get on to the sports news. Anything sports, Zaydar. Of course. March Madness. Who are you going for in March Madness? Do you pay attention much to March Madness?
No, I haven't. I've been meaning to. I just haven't gotten around to looking at who we got in March Madness this year.
Yeah.
But I was gonna look into that real soon because it really has caught my eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah. March Madness always fun. NBA. Of course, that's kind of chugging along. Nothing really important has happened. No more records being shattered, or at least records I can remember off the top of my head. NFL. Free agency's been happening and a lot of good changes. Obviously, I think Raiders got a lot of of defense, and of course Ravens backed out of the Max Crosby trade. So of course we have a pretty good defense. And I don't know about your Chargers, but I think
Chargers. I never know about my Chargers.
yeah, they really don't do much. Raiders and NHL. They're chugging as well. Playoffs should be somewhere in May and June. I love that. I'm really in a circle here because I like two teams, the Knights and the Kings. But I'm leaning more towards the Kings this season, especially with Kopitar retiring. Kopitar has been a very special person to my heart, and of course, NASCAR. Denny Hamlin wins in Las Vegas. Congratulations to him. And Kimi Antonelli won actually at in China. So we have a friend, and I think she's gonna be very happy about that. Very happy.
I know she's gonna be excited.
Oh
at
yes.
that news.
Yeah. So nothing really much besides for us. You're right. I think that we've said all we gotta say.
Yeah, I think we've got all that covered. So thank all of you guys
Yes, sir.
so much.
Yeah. So God loves every single one of you. Of course, you already know who he really doesn't love. In fact, if you're a fat kid named Kennedy, don't just God curse you. But besides that, we love every single last one of you, including the fat kids named Kennedy. Well, sometimes maybe not, but we love you if you watch this. Subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Share us around. Share us around to your mom, your grandma, your girlfriend. You know, I don't know, your little cousin, baby brother. I don't know. Share us around. What's good? Because we're here. We're gonna give you baseball stuff. We're gonna give you our live reactions, and yeah, we're having a good time. So, of course, yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, man. See you on the flip side.
Yeah, well, I'll see you. Peace.
Peace.
This has been the Desert on Deck podcast. Stay cool and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.